there and welcome back. First off, thank you so much for the well wishes, for the positive comments as of my last video, but we are back. Here we have Hornby's Police Class 37. Oh. Now, funny story, a few months ago I was talking with Gary in the shop and I was looking at some of like the locos what he had in. I was like, because I do stuff with lights and everything, I was like, oh, it'd be so funny, it'd be dead cool to do like a, maybe not with delivery, but you know, like one with blue flashing lights on, like a police sort of thing. I didn't have a clue what I would try and do about a siren, but yeah, so that was an idea. And he was telling me about, there was one released years ago, so I was having a look, this, that and the other. And then, not very long after our conversation, this was told that he was going to be released. I was like, oh my god, I need to get one of them, because not only just for the having something that's so fun like this, but I've got a few you know what my mind's like, I've got a few cracking ideas for this, for in the future as well. So, some people may say that it's gimmicky, that it's daft. Hornby, or a manufacturer should I say, should stick with doing, you know, real life models sort of thing, based on, I mean, I know this was done for a an advert years ago sort of thing. I don't know if the whole thing was changed to this livery, but I don't know if I am, hopefully I am, going to be one of the first to congratulate Hornby on this, because what is this? Simple. It's fun, is what it is. It is fun. Adults, kids, you can have a laugh with this thing. You can run it with whatever you want, depending what you want. I will run this with anything that I want to. I'm not fussed what I put behind it. But for younger modelers, something like this, the first little venture into sound, I mean, come on. When you're younger, you play with, like, well, typically you play with fire engines, police cars, all that sort of stuff. So if you like your model railways, to have something like this, like there's stories and everything that you can make up in your head. I mean, I know I've made up quite a few as an adult in my head sort of thing, what I can do with this. This is just a fun model. And do you know what? Manufacturers, in my opinion, should make more like this, because it gets younger people into the more like high-tech version. It's a cracking way to get them into digital, to learn about that sort of thing. And come on, it's an absolute, I mean, £150 for this. And this was, again, from, as you know I always mention, this was from Ashton Models. But £150 for a Class 37 with sound and a light on it as well, that's pretty good value for money. If you take off the fact that if you were to buy a decoder, that's £65. This is loco, quick sum in my head, is £85 as it is. And that for a railroad model, that in itself is a cracking price. Right, so here it is, and let's have a look now. As you can see, we've got a nice lining all the way around this. We've got a really bold police lettering on the side. We've got basic detail on it, because at the end of the day it is a railroad model, but as you can see, the way that everything's moulded in, it really is looking fantastic. You've got the glazed windows there. You've got a slight bit of colour difference on the roof. There we have our light. As we go around the front, you've still got a fair bit of detail on this, which is brilliant. You've got a great little police part on the front of this. Police part? Police logo on the front. If you look here, these are actually glazed, so if you wanted to fit some extra lights or directional lights in this, or maybe even wire something in to make these flash as well, that is a possibility too. You've got police on the other side as well, and as you can see, we've got all the normal detail that you would assume with a railroad class locomotive. Underneath, there we go, Hornby DCC fitted. And on this, if we have a look, this has got pickups on near enough every single wheel, so you know that you're going to get a cracking amount of contact with this locomotive. So now what I am going to do, I am going to take the body off this one. This is easy to do, so I use my fingers just because I'm used to it. But if you get a little piece of plastic or a thin piece of card, then as you can see, where you've got like to this point here, here and then here, you just simply slide underneath the body, and then you can flick one side up, flick the other side up, and then it will lift straight off. So I am going to do this on camera so you can see. So I just gently need to tease this side up, like so. That's one side released. And that's the other side released. See how simple and easy that was? Now, let's gently take this off and we can look inside. So as you see there, you've got your little speaker where you get with your HM7000 fitted in, and this, by the way, sounds absolutely phenomenal. You've got your motor unit here. Now, the one slight thing is, if you see the LED just here, you see it's got two massive prongs on it sticking down. Okay, that's fine. That is how an LED comes. However, it would have been nice for them to be chopped off, because if you do look through the front, if you want to put a little bit of extra detail in here with some drivers or something, then you are going to have to just nip them ends off, and it'd have only taken a quick minute surely to pop that into into the line. As you can see, we've got a really long wire on this. Now, before anyone says that's ridiculous, that's way too long, that is fantastic, because it means that you've got plenty. You can put the body safely off to one side if you're, say, servicing or anything like that. You've got a plentiful amount of room. So just pop in this body, and that is a good thing, because it means that you're not trying to have to hold something, work with it likes of there, or try and juggle anything around. You can pop this to one side nice and safely. So yeah, that I actually really like, because it's got that length on it. And let's just gently pop this body back on. So I'm just popping it back on the same way, just sliding it back on the top. Keep a little bit of pressure on the front. As you can see, I'm just squeezing my hand slightly, and then again, either with your fingers or with a little piece of plastic, you just gently pop the sides over. As you can see, it's already starting to come down. So just slide this side halfway, go to the other side, do the same, just very gently, like that. As you can see, the whole thing is halfway over the lugs on this side, and near enough all the way on this side, and then there you go, just a gentle squeeze, and we are up and running, sorted. Right, so let's get to the good stuff. So let's pop this on our rolling road. In fact, give me 1 second, I'll quickly do this off camera and then we shall cut back. Here we've got our little instruction manual, and as you can see it tells you, there you go, how to take it apart. Decoder installation, even though this does have one already fitted, and there you go, that's the same way as what I've just shown you to take the body off. And there is everything what we need. And I also have, there you go, it's in the box. We have a little instruction book for our DCC setup. That was closed up the wrong way. It's just how to plug into the track. And then we have got our function codes, our CVs, and there we have it. So one thing that I will show you, and what is good about the HM7000 series, now obviously if you buy a decoder you do need the app to set it up. However, if you're getting a train like this where it's already fitted, the work has been done for you, because as you will see, I've got my Hornby Select and I haven't linked this to my phone. So let's have a look at the good stuff. So if we press number 1, and if I press the wrong button, nothing's going to happen. So if we press function 1, now I don't know how loud this is going to be over the camera for you guys, so hopefully you can hear it well enough. I will say one thing, the speakers on these are fantastic. That is a real, I don't know if it'll come off on the camera, so I'll describe it to you a little. It's a real deep, throaty, growly type noise. It's not tinny the way the old speakers used to sometimes be. It really does sound great. I mean, the only thing for me is I would possibly turn the sound down a little bit, but again, this is quite close to the camera. But apart from that, the sound on this is fantastic. So let's just try a couple of the horns. Now, being the Select, I've got to turn it on and off, so just give me a quick second. So just by using the general functions, you can see that we've got, if I do that, let me just hold this here so you can actually see. So I've just got to turn it off, but I still like these controllers. So we've got all our multiple whistles. Let's see, let me just quickly check on this. Oh, this is always a good one, I find, the guard whistle, because normally on older versions like TTS, it sounds really wrong, but on the 7000, that sounds really, really good. That's probably one of the best sounding guard whistles that I've heard. Now let's have a look. We've just got like a cooling fan, the compressor, and we've got the good stuff, which I'll get to in a second. Now what I will show you, if I just turn sound off on this, that really does sound good. You've got a override for a cold start, so you have to turn that on first. You then have to start the train, and when you want the cold start to stop, it'll then start to kick into life. Now I'll tell you what, this, obviously I'm going to play it for you in just a second. This doesn't half sound good. You've got the backfiring as it's trying to build the pressure up, and start fire, you can hear like the individual pistons going. This bit is this is real. I actually believe this is one of the best sounding like cold starts what I've come across. So right, so let me just turn that one on. So let's do the start. So there you go, it's delaying. I'll turn that off. And there we go, it's up to full, if you will, ticking over speed from the cold start. And how good does that sound? That is absolutely brilliant. And there is one thing, if you leave that function 9 turned on while you're trying to start it, you will hear a quick overlap as it, you know, just restarts that sound process again. But you wouldn't tend to leave that running for too long as it is. But yeah, that sounds just phenomenal. So here is, this is the fun bit. So if we turn this on, oh god, that's brilliant. You've got the flashing light, you've got the horn. Oh, that is fantastic. And you can still use your normal horns in the background. Oh, that is brilliant. Now the good thing with this as well, if you're not keen on the horn or you don't want the horn up for too long, if you hit 21 instead of 20, you'll just get the flashing light, you won't get the horn sound to go with that. And again, that is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, that that is fantastic. So let's just turn the sound off. Now, one thing, it's a little pointless me showing you on the rolling road is it's moving, because with a steam locomotive, obviously you'd see all your rods moving, this, that and the other, so you can see a visual and, you know, the wheels of how it's actually turning. On this, you're not really going to see much. I'm really going to enjoy doing this one. So anyway, let's get it down onto the layout. Let's show you a couple little bits, and then yeah, let's have a look at it running. This is brilliant. Oh, this is so fun. I absolutely love this model. Normally, if I help, or well, say help out, normally if I volunteer in the shop, I like stay for most of the day on a Saturday if I'm free. But I picked this up and I went, bye, because I just couldn't wait to get it back and try. Oh dear, right, yeah, I'm waffling now, so let's get it onto the layout and let's have a look at this thing. Right, so here we have it down the layout, and let me show you what I was on about before. So first, let's just put this up to about 3 or 4, because I'm using the Digitrack controller on this layout. Let's do that. There we go. That is on 1. And you can see just how well that is crawling. As we can see, that is running super nice and smooth. So let's pop this up to a little bit quicker. If you hear that, you hear the growling noise, what I was on about. So that is, let's just pop up a little bit higher on the way back. Ah! Too quick! Too quick! Bye! So if you hear that, now, let me do this as I'm supposed to, with the little. Now this has been run in, and I will admit it's not as loud as it was. So maybe it's just a case of it just needs a little bit more running. But if you do listen, hear that noise? But as you can see, even the fact of with what you can hear, it's still running absolutely perfect. Now I have had another railroad version of this ages ago, and I thought that this was like a bit of a issue or something. So the only thing that I can think of is maybe that the motor in this, because it's railroad, and like I said, it runs, if I turn it round, and that's about half speed. So I'll just keep talking to you for a second while I let it do a lap and let it build up its speed. You can hear that noise a little again, because I'll just let it do a quick lap and let it go past, and as you'll hear, oh sorry, as you'll see, at half speed this really isn't flying around like some of them do. So maybe it's just a case of how the motor is, but again, it works. I mean, look at that, that's half speed. That is a more than acceptable speed. There's no noise, and it runs absolutely perfectly as it is. No problems whatsoever. So we are just going to bring this round, and yeah, we'll just stop it about here. So I'll just turn that off, so let's see how long it takes to slow down. Well, look at that, it comes to a beautiful, beautiful stop there. It really is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, those couple little bits what I pointed out is mainly just to say that it's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Because yeah, I'm just wondering on your thoughts on your experience with if you got one of these, you know, how it does run. Because like I said, there's no issue that I can see. It works incredibly fine. That little bit of a growl, yes, it does make the noise, but it runs perfectly well. It pulls really well despite being lighter. But yeah, it is still a fantastic model, and honestly, I love this thing. I really, really wish that manufacturers would bring, whether it's real or not, just a few more fun models out like this that you can just have a laugh with. So while we've got it down on the layout, so see, if I hit the light button on this, it does absolutely nothing. You have to go into the functions to make this work. So let's just put the sound on, let's get this going. Let's put the light on. Let's send this off. And then we'll enjoy a bit of a running session. Right, I feel like I need to say this because obviously the way things are now, the running session that I'm gonna do or show you is, as always with me, it's just for fun. I'm gonna do a couple of like silly little voices, accents, things like that. There is no malice, there's no poking fun at any certain people or anyone with a particular type of voice or accent. I'm doing this just purely for fun, just for entertainment purposes. It's a shame I shouldn't have to pop a little bit in like this, you know. It's just for fun, it's just for a giggle, but I feel myself that I do need to do this just to cover myself. But hopefully people, you know, who've been, especially people who've been watching me for a while, you know, they'll know that it's just me, just a bit of fun. So hopefully this gives you a giggle. I'll probably post this as like a separate little video, you know, just for like a fun little extra on its own. But this is genuinely just for a laugh, just for a giggle. So, you know, don't take any offence to it. There's no offence intended. So yeah, I hope you can just enjoy it and just have a bit of a laugh, because we all need that. So yeah, I feel like I need to put this in, but thank you, and I hope you enjoy this next little bit. Okay? Right, well, I tell you what, be honest with you, I'm looking forward to today, because everything's been quiet on the track for a while. There's been no one being silly, no one playing daft buggers, no one speeding or anything like that. Everyone's been being lovely. It's been quite quiet for a while, so I don't think we're going to have much problem today. It should just be a nice day. We'll have a little bit of a mooch around, and I think that everything's going to be nice and safe.
Steve, do you think he's going to be around today?
Oh, no, you're not thinking to do what I think you're going to do, are you?
Yeah, well, I know, but I want to go really fast and I've not done it for a while, and I don't think he's going to be around today. So if that's the case, then it means that I can go really, really fast and nothing's going to happen.
Why would you push your luck?
No, I don't care. Do you know what? You're a misbags, you. So stuff it. I'm going to go for it today. Well, guess what? Watch this then. See ya!
What an absolute idiot. You see, it's been absolutely lovely today. I've just had a little mooch around. I've just been over there. You see, I've been talking to George. George is doing great. And it's been absolutely lovely. I tell you what, I wish that every day was like this. And then there's no problems over there. Everything's right over here. And then everything's nice and safe. And I don't really need to do anything. Well, I don't have to. It's lovely. Everyone's playing the way they should be. And, well, you see, I spoke a bit too soon, and for some reason he decided to be an absolute idiot today. Right, we've got no choice. We're going to have to chase after him then, aren't we? Right, come on then, let's get after him. Right, full power, let's go then. Get back here, you! Well, I tell you what, you're being really stupid today, aren't you? So, you knew that I get you in the end, and all that's going to do is that if you do that again, all you're going to be is in the siding permanently. I'm not going to let you out, am I? Right, well that's a lot better. Now, get yourself off to that siding, and back off to that station where you should be, and behave yourself.
Right. Oh, okay then.
And no speeding either on the way there. You see, I always get my man.
Right, I'm going to do a little post apology, because if there was a lot of camera shaking while that was going on, that's because I couldn't stop laughing the whole time I was doing it. I literally had both trains running at full speed, and I tell you, that thing shifts. That was absolutely nuts. It was brilliant. I loved it. Oh god. So yeah, it's just completely daft and absolutely bonkers. In fact, just bear with me a second, because I've just finished recording, but let me just show you something, right? Hang on. So, if we check out the controller, right, that is full speed, okay? Hang on, there you go. Right, come on. So it may take a lap to get there, Well, let me just show you. Just for a quick reference, in real time away from the video. It's still building up. That is how ridiculously quick I had this going and I was trying to record them. Oh dear, right. Let's knock off the speed. Let's see where it's actually going to stop. I might have to bring this back round again. Oh god, that was nuts. Yeah, so it's taken nearly a full lap for it to slow down. Where is it? Hang on, there's a light. Oh dear, there's our light. Oh my god. Oh, that was brilliant. I absolutely loved doing that. I was laughing myself daft the whole time. That's a brilliant thing with something about this. You can make up little storylines, you can have a good laugh and a mess around, and like I say, there's the other one. I just stopped it going off in the background. But this this is an absolute cracking train. I am so made up that I got this. It's brilliant. It does exactly what it needs to. It was so fun to, you know, just to make that little bit up. I hope you guys enjoy it too. 150 quid for what it is. Do you know what? It's worth it. For the fun I've had just in these like few hours of recording and making like this little video bit up and what have you, is worth it just for that. It's brilliant, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to include this in quite a few more videos. So stay tuned for the future for a few more like this. And oh god. I've just got ideas going round in my head, and I hope that you're going to like them when I do them. But with that being said, this is a fantastic train. Definitely worth adding it to your set if you want something fun. There's nothing stopping you whatsoever from just running it normally with some coaches as like a special livery train if you want something like that, that, you know, everyone tends to have. It's not just for the one use. You can use this for so many different uses. That sounded weird. Used for so many different uses. Oh dear. But no, you can use this just as a normal train as well. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's brilliant. It's different. I absolutely love this thing. And if any of you guys have got it, I'm sure you'll love it too. So with that being said, oh dear. I'm sorry, that was absolutely nuts. Right, with that being said, thank you so very much for watching. Thumbs up, like and subscribe if you would. That'll be absolutely brilliant. And as always, we shall see you in the next video.